AoE2Tools will not only help you set up Woobly in Wooloo Kingdom, it also grants you free access to awesome and exclusive utilities so you can manage Age of Empires 2 so much easier. So starting with recorded games, what we can do is really easy. We can drag and drop recorded games, but first you need to sign into your Woobly account and type in the name of your favorite player, click matches, then look for any game you want. So I would look for a 1v1, I think. Here it is. I click the download button there, and what I can do is click top me here and drag the recorded game from the Viper's view. It downloads, and if it fails to put a name, you can just put it yourself. Ingame, okay. Now, one thing that you need to pay attention to is Wooloo Kingdoms. If you see Wooloo Kingdoms here, then you're just fine. Just keep it on this one, okay. But if you only see 1.5 R7, then at this point what you need to do is, where the heck is that window? Okay, it's here. What you need to do is choose 1.5 RC. So since now we have both of these, we would want to choose the default one. So now that's the name, and we're gonna click watch. And the game starts. As you can see, you can control so much easier here. You can see the players. Anyway, now we're gonna close this. Let me show you another thing in this section. Here you can also access your save game folder just with one click. I can click open game folder, and there it is. This is the save games, man. So much easier. Another amazing feature of AoE2Tools is the ability to double-click recorded games and watch them, whatever version. So let's say I want to get to the save game of my exciting recorded games of Wooloo Kingdoms. I can just choose it here and click open. And now before I double-click this, I need to switch to this version, okay? Only now I can watch these recorded games just by double-clicking them. As you can see, this is an example of Wooloo Kingdom recorded games. Let me show you now an example of 1.5 if possible. So I'm gonna switch to 1.5 and open the save game here, then choose this one, and it should show up. Excellent. There is also the game settings tab in AoE2Tools. Here you can change the language of the game. For example, I can switch to whatever language I wish. Even Arabic is exclusively supported in AoE2Tools. So for example, I'm just gonna switch to French. As you can see, it's very quickly it installs. And how we can run a test, we can right click the icon there and choose whatever version. I'm just gonna choose this one, 1.5 RC. And as you can see, it's in French now. It's really in French. So let me bring that back to English. Okay, great. We can also disable taunts. For example, if you're annoyed by the taunts inside the game, you can just disable them from here, okay? And we also got the costume maps and the costume AIs. These are really useful, guys. If you ever wanna download maps or AIs, simply make sure you select the proper version, because for every version there is a map folder. So for these 3 versions, we have a specific map folder, which is here. But if we choose 1.5 or 1.4, we have a different path. So that's how it works. Anyway, now we got Woobly mods. This one is really useful. So if you got 0 mods just like me here, what you can do is go to Woobly Workshop, and download whatever mod you wish here. Let me just get can I get something here that I don't have? Okay, I'm just gonna get these ones. What are the ultra trees? Small trees. Okay, I'm just gonna get these guys. So I'm gonna download this one, click open with Voobly, confirm yes. It downloads quickly. Now what you can do is just switch between the tabs and there it is, you got it. Another amazing feature inside the Voobly mods manager is that you can install this actual mod offline, so you don't have to use Voobly to use it. I highly recommend this. You just select it and click offline install. First off, if this is your first time, it's gonna create a restore point of your visual mods. So in case you don't want these mods anymore and you want to switch back, there is a reset mods here. You can easily switch back. Once it's done, once the restore point is done, the installation of the mod will start. It will install to both versions, the Wololo Kingdom and the base version of Age of Empires. Once the installation is done, you should see this window, installation completed. Just click OK. And now let's run a test here. Let's go to Wololo Kingdoms and check if we have those small trees. Okay, as you can see, these are really small trees. Marco, Polo. See? Okay, that's amazing. Alright, this is all about the Voobly mods. Now moving to the Bros folder. This actually is the game folder. So if you choose 1.4, you'll be sent to the 1.4 or 1.5 folder. If you choose Wololo Kingdom, you'll be sent there to a specific location, which is here. The management tab can be also useful. Starting with the offline mods, you have mods here that you can install in case you didn't install any mods using HD2UC. You can simply just install or uninstall them from here, guys. So easy. And you got the hotkeys. This hotkey section is really useful. You can, for instance, import any hotkey, just like this. And or you can choose a hotkey profile from a player, for example Taro. I'm gonna click install, it installs. And you can also, I recommend that you back up your hotkeys first, guys. You really need to back them up first to my profile hotkeys, something like that. And there you got it. If you want to restore them, let's say I choose Spring and then install. I didn't like his hotkeys, so I can just go to restore and restore back my older hotkeys. There it is, so easy. Now coming to Replace Packer. Replace Packer is really useful, especially for players that like to pack games, etc. So what we can do here, we can drag a game, for example, from this side, and we can access that, okay. And we can drag something from local. Let's drag something locally. And okay, we can rename these recorded games here. Some random recorded game. Rename that. There it is. Now we can pack them. My game pack. And that's it. You got your game pack here. If we click it, we can see that we have those recorded games inside the zip file, so you can have them uploaded to AoE Zone or anywhere you wish. So this is all about the game packer. Now we have Game Mover. Game Mover is really good too. If you want to move your game from a different location to another, it's so much easier now. I have put a lot of effort to make it really good, so you simply start, you can choose custom location and put it anywhere you wish and click start moving. That's all. And you get also the wiki links, especially for new players. If you don't know where to download AI files or maps, or you need help with the game, some stuff, these are all important links for you guys, so it's important that you check them out. And you got the version switcher. I think I talked about it earlier. In the bottom window of AoE2Tools, we've got recent replay. This is actually one of my favorite features in this tool. So what it actually does, it grabs the latest recorded games that you've played on Woobly, and then what you can do here is technically rename this recorded game and then play it or delete it whatsoever you want. So for instance, I think this was a Japanese for Malaysia, Trush, into Arch, into Knights vs Incas. I think this was the game. I'm just gonna start it now or watch the recorded game. Okay, it's starting and there it is. Okay, that's pretty much it. We can rename, delete, or close. Another awesome feature is the Twitch live stream. So once you click this button, what you can see here is a list of all streamers on Twitch displayed, all of them playing Age of Empires 2, just Age of Empires 2. So here, with every streamer, there is three buttons. So the first button is a VLC. So if I click VLC, let's see what's gonna happen. We're actually going to watch the stream through a player instead of going to the browser and stuff. So let's wait for this to load, guys. While this is loading, I'm just gonna click web. So if you click web, you're going to see the stream on your browser. Okay? Alright, it's loading here. Great stream, by the way. And the last button is the Twitch alert button. So what does this one do is, once you click it, once you click Fav, whenever T90 go online, you're gonna see an alert in few seconds, an alert that T90 is online or he is streaming. So this is a really cool feature, and there it is. You can instantly click watch on VLC or edit or delete or close, I'm sorry, and yeah, that's it. So for example, let's say that you want to add other streamers that are not on the list. What you can do is go to settings and go to Twitch alerts, and you can add his name here. For example, Tyrant Viper or something, and add him here. It's added. Or you can simply add from the currently streaming players. I can add .2 with play sound. Okay, that's great. Here, if you go to the stream list, you've got all the streamers on the Twitch alert. So if for example you don't want to see anymore the alerts from Dot, you can just delete it here. I'm sorry, Dot. So you just delete it from there and you will never see the alerts. And in the options section, you've got the interval of Twitch check. So every 30 seconds you will receive an alert, or there is a check that's going on the background. So that depends on you, but I recommend 30 seconds or even a minute. It's not a problem. Here you can disable extra stuff like sounds and alerts. And yeah, that's pretty much it in here. So yeah. And finally, there is manager feature. So what does this one do? Technically, you've got a set of options in here, starting with quick stats. Quick stats displays the count of your recorded games, whether it's on AOC or on the WK. And you can also see the total size of these replays. For example, here I've got over 2 gigabytes of recorded games. Dear God. What I can do is click here and delete these recorded games, as many as I want, to reduce the size. This is, you guys get the point, right? So the same thing applies to the WK recorded games. And here we've got the temporary files. We can clean them as well. And we've got the clean restore games. We can do those as well. It's done. And here we have got the costume backup tab. What this one does is you can pretty much back up your AI files or hotkeys or save games or visual mods of Woobly or even maps. So for example, in this example, I'm just gonna check the WK hotkeys, and the original ones are included, so that's nice. And I'm just gonna take the Woobly visual mods, right? Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna take the hotkeys and a few AIs and click export and name this costume. What did I type, guys? Costume backup. So as you can see here, it's exporting the file. Once this file is done, you can go here and import it. And once you import it, it will restore your AIs and hotkeys of WK. And you can also do a full backup. If you're planning to, I don't know, reinstall in Windows or whatever you want, you can do a full backup of your entire game and then restore it from here as well. Alright, I think that was pretty simple here. It's pretty quick task to do, it's not that difficult. Okay, here we go into the bulk replays renamer. So this was requested by some users and it is here. So what we can do with this one is we can select a folder where we've got recorded games that do not have a name. For example, I've already copied over some recorded games that are not renamed, and we're gonna have them renamed so quickly that you wouldn't believe. So it doesn't matter the count of replays you have, just make sure you select the folder. So this is the folder for example. So I'm gonna click the bulk rename now, and you're gonna see them rename in front of your face. That's amazing. Okay, I think this was pretty much everything about the manager feature, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial, and let's see you sometime soon.